There's a painful reality most men don't talk about: the nights where you're with her body, but not with her heart. You touch her, you share her bed, but deep down you feel it. She's not really with you. There's no intimacy, no passion, no kiss. And it cuts deep because in that silence you start to wonder, am I just her escape? Am I just a body to fill a void? Too many men ignore that feeling. They celebrate the physical act, but their soul is quietly breaking because they know the connection isn't real. They mistake access for affection. They confuse the body for the heart. And then, when she disappears, when she ghosts, when she pulls away, the man is left asking, what did I do wrong? This is why so many young men today feel lost in dating. You chase pleasure, but what you truly crave is connection. And until you understand why some women give themselves physically but withhold the intimacy of a kiss, you will keep repeating the cycle of emptiness. Today, I want to give you clarity, because once you see the truth, you will stop begging for scraps of love and start demanding the fullness of it. There's a difference between when a woman gives you her body and when she gives you her heart. Too many men confuse the two. You see, the body can be a transaction. She can lay with you for comfort, for convenience, for escape. Maybe she's lonely, maybe she needs to feel wanted, or maybe she just doesn't want to sleep alone tonight. The body can be given for 1,000 reasons that have nothing to do with you as a man or with her true desire for connection. But a kiss is never just physical. A kiss is intimacy. It's closeness. It's an opening of her soul. When a woman kisses you, she's saying, I trust you to come near. I allow you into my space, into my breath, into my heart. And that's why some women will give the body without the kiss, because the body can be transactional, but the kiss is emotional. Think about it. How many times have you felt her there in the moment, but somehow distant? She lets you touch her skin, but she won't let you touch her soul. She turns her head when you lean in. She avoids the eyes. She keeps it mechanical. And you know deep down, it's not intimacy. It's an exchange. This is where many men get hurt. You take her body as proof of interest, but without intimacy, what you really have is emptiness disguised as closeness. It feels like connection in the moment, but afterward you feel drained. You feel used. And maybe you even start to doubt yourself. Was I not enough? Why would she give me one thing and hold back the other? Here's the truth. Intimacy is a gift, not a transaction. A woman gives her body for reasons, but she gives her intimacy for meaning. And if you want both, you cannot settle for less. You must demand more, not by begging, not by forcing, but by standing in your own worth. Because when you know the difference, you'll stop mistaking physical access for emotional connection. And that shift alone will save you from years of heartbreak. One of the hardest truths men must face is this: not every woman who gives herself to you is truly there with you. Sometimes she's carrying pain that runs deeper than anything you can see. And that pain becomes a wall between her body and her heart. You might think it's strange. Why would a woman allow intimacy physically, but withhold it emotionally? Why give you access to her body, but deny the simplest act of affection, like a kiss? The answer often lies in her past. Many women carry scars from experiences they never asked for. Some were betrayed by men they once trusted. Some were abandoned after giving their all. Others went through abuse, heartbreak, or situations that left them feeling unsafe in love. For these women, physical intimacy becomes something they can separate from emotion. It's a way of coping, a way of feeling desired without exposing their heart to more damage. The kiss, the symbol of closeness and vulnerability, becomes too dangerous, too risky, because to kiss you is to let down her guard, and in her world, letting down her guard once led to pain. This is why you can't take every interaction at face value. Just because she shares her body doesn't mean she's ready to share her soul. And this is not always about you. You might be doing everything right. You might be kind, patient, and genuine. But her trauma has built a shield around her heart, and she doesn't yet feel safe enough to let you in. Here's where many men go wrong. They take her hesitation personally. They think, she doesn't want me, she doesn't love me, I'm not good enough. But in reality, it's not about your value, it's about her wounds. So what do? You stop chasing validation from broken places. You recognize the difference between a woman who is ready for connection and one who is still bleeding from her past. And instead of trying to prove yourself to her, you hold firm in your own worth, because love cannot be forced through fear. Healing takes time, and until she is ready to open, no amount of effort from you will change that. You must decide, will you wait? Will you help her heal? Or will you walk away to protect your own heart? The key is understanding this truth. Sometimes, the lack of a kiss isn't rejection of you. It's protection of her. There's a law in life that never fails. What you project is what you attract. Many men wonder why they constantly find themselves with women who only offer their bodies, but never their hearts. They think it's bad luck, or that all women are the same. But the truth is far deeper. Sometimes the problem isn't just the women you choose. It's the energy you carry into the world. If you walk through life craving only physical validation, guess what? You'll attract women who are only willing to give you that. If your conversations, your energy, your approach to women is always surface level, then you'll meet women who are happy to keep it surface level. If you chase quantity over quality, then quality will run from you every time. Think about it. A man who carries himself with no direction, no purpose, and no standards is not going to draw in a woman who's ready for deep emotional intimacy. Why? Because women who are ready for real connection are looking for men who mirror that. They are drawn to men who radiate stability, self-respect, and presence. So here's the hard truth. If you keep attracting women who only want to give their body but not their heart, it's time to stop blaming them and start looking in the mirror. What energy are you projecting? Are you chasing women out of loneliness, desperation, or ego? Or are you standing in your masculine power, rooted in purpose, and inviting a woman to rise into love with you? High-value men understand this. They know that attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's about alignment. When your energy says, I want depth, I want connection, I value myself, you'll repel women who only want to play games. And that's a blessing, not a loss. Because here's the beauty of it: the moment you shift your energy, you shift your relationships. The moment you stop settling for scraps of attention, you'll start attracting women who are willing to give you everything: their body, their heart, and their soul. So, the question isn't, why do women treat me this way? The question is, what am I projecting that makes this my reality? The answer to that question will change your life. Every woman has an unspoken truth. She will only give her deepest intimacy to the man she feels safe with. And safety is not just about protecting her from the outside world. It's about how you show up emotionally in her presence. A kiss is not just lips touching. It is her letting you into her breath, into her space, into the part of her soul that is fragile. And that kind of vulnerability requires trust. If she doesn't feel safe with you, if she feels judged, rushed, or objectified, she may give her body, but she will hold back the kiss. Because the kiss represents presence. It represents a connection that goes beyond desire. Ask yourself, when you're with a woman, are you truly there? Do you listen when she speaks? Or are you just waiting for your chance to get physical? Do you notice her emotions, her silences, her body language? Or do you bulldoze through them to satisfy your own needs? Women can feel when a man is not present. They can sense when you are there in body but absent in spirit. And when that happens, she withholds intimacy because she does not trust that you will hold her heart with care. The most magnetic men are not the loudest, richest, or best looking. They are the ones who know how to be emotionally present. The man who listens. The man who notices the little details. The man who makes her feel like she is the only woman in the room. That presence builds trust, and trust opens the door to intimacy. This is why some women won't kiss you. It's not always rejection. It's hesitation. They're testing, can I lean on him? Can I feel safe in his arms? Not just my bed. If you pass that test, the intimacy will come naturally. Here's the lesson: emotional presence is a superpower. When you master it, you won't have to chase affection. It will flow to you. Because women kiss men they trust. And trust is built not in what you take, but in how you show up. If you want her heart, not just her body, learn the art of presence. Respect is the foundation of every meaningful connection. The way you respect yourself tells the world, and every woman you meet, how to treat you. If you see yourself as a man worthy of love, loyalty, and affection, you will naturally reject anything less. But if you don't respect yourself, you'll accept half love, half effort, and half intimacy and call it enough. Here's the truth: most men ignore women can sense your standards. They know whether you are the type of man who demands depth or the type who will settle for the bare minimum. And when they see you don't respect yourself, they will treat you accordingly. Some will use you for attention. Some will give you their body without ever giving you their heart. And you will sit there confused, wondering why you never receive the love you deserve. But ask yourself, what have you been tolerating? Have you been allowing women to enter your life without clarity, without commitment, without intimacy, simply because you're afraid of being alone? If so, that's not her fault. That's your lack of self-respect showing up in your choices. When you raise your standards, something powerful happens. The wrong women fall away, and the right ones rise to meet you. A woman who truly values you will respect the boundaries you set. She will know that giving her body without giving her heart is not enough for you. She will either step up and give you the fullness of herself, or she will step out of your life. Either way, you win. Self-respect is not arrogance. It's not demanding perfection from others. It's simply saying, I will not shrink myself to be loved halfway. That level of confidence is magnetic. It makes a woman see you not just as a man to desire, but as a man to honor. Remember this: you don't get what you want if you get what you tolerate. If you keep tolerating empty connections, that's all you will ever have. But when you walk in respect, both for yourself and for women, you create the standard that intimacy, love, and real connection must meet. Respect yourself first. The rest will follow. At the end of the day, every man has a choice. Will you keep chasing bodies, or will you start pursuing hearts? Will you settle for temporary satisfaction, or will you demand true connection? Too many men live in cycles of emptiness. They take what is offered, physical intimacy without emotional depth, because it's easy, it's available, and it feels good in the moment. But afterward, when the lights are off and the silence creeps in, that emptiness shows itself. You start to feel like a stranger in the same bed. You feel used, or worse, invisible. And the question hits you: is this really all I want from love? Here's the truth: a woman giving you her body without her heart is not giving you love. It's giving